So I'm sitting in the van. I just got done eating lunch, and I was scrolling through some messages on my phone, and a bunch of text messages that I've gotten today. And man, I almost had to like rush out because I felt like I was just gonna burst into tears sitting in the restaurant. I was like, oh my God, I better get out of here. But I had to get some of my thoughts out in a video about the situation. There's been a lot of things in my life that have been building up some traumas, and some of them are self-inflicted, and some of them are things that have happened to me that I couldn't control. And I feel like I had this huge blind spot in my life where, you think you're okay. And it's crazy how we define okay. It's like, why? Because my business is successful? Because I have nice things? Because I have a nice house? Or my kids like me? Or my relationship with my wife's okay? Or, what do we define being okay? And it's so deceptive. Because we're just inundated with these pictures of everyone being okay, and motivation is always presented in a way of like, you can do it, and suck it up, and let's go, and don't ring the bell. And as much as that's the kind of person I am, yeah, dig deep, let's go, let's not give up. Yesterday was one of those days that it was just like, dude, I'm hurting and I can't hide it anymore. And it wasn't enough just to like unpack it to some close friends. It was like, dude, I'm unpacking this shit to everybody. Because I feel like this is the kind of stuff that just starts a spiral effect in our lives. And you start making decisions based out of your pain, and next thing you know, you've dug yourself a hole. And I don't want to do that. And I wanted to catch it right off the bat and just get it out and say, you know what, I'm hurting. And it just blew my mind how many people responded and were like, dude, me too. And it breaks my heart because there's such this perception that like being successful and being a badass and being this and that is you're always all squared away. And it's like I wrote last night, like, we don't share enough of the ugly. And I'm not saying we want to hop on social media and see a bunch of drama. That's not what I'm saying. But usually when we try to get vulnerable, it's us bitching about somebody else. When I found in life, you know what? Usually, a lot of times, the problem's with me because no one has control over my emotions. No one has control over my actions. I have control over them. And regardless of what people choose to do to me, I have control over how I respond. And I'm not a victim. But when stuff happens to us, you can't just sweep it under the rug of your heart emotionally and just think it's going to go away and think it's not going to manifest. I caught myself the last few months just burying myself in work, burying myself in my phone, going through the motions, neglecting my wife emotionally. It's like we just start treading water without knowing it. And I'm not the only one, and that's why I want to do this, put this out there, because I'm not the only one. So, once again, I'm beyond grateful for all the messages I got from people just saying they can relate, and once again, them saying, hey, me too. Me too. Because I don't want to be a statistic and be that person that spent 20 years building a company and still every day I wake up and I burn for what I do. I love what I do. I mean, it saved my life from a life of using drugs and overdosing, and it gave me something that I woke up to, and I was happy finally. Because it was the first thing in my life that I felt like my actions were actually having a good impact on people. And it's so hard to sit back and see broken areas in your life and like go, shit, man, I don't want to hurt other people. I don't want to hurt the people close to me. I don't want to shut down emotionally and isolate and leave the people that love me just sitting there like, hello. You know, but you can't white knuckle this, man. You know, you can't just like will yourself to do it. Like, I'm going to do it. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do it, but what does that look like? What's the strategy? It's like if your freaking engine's broken on your car, it's like, I'm going to fix it, but how? I got to get the mechanic. I got to get the right things. I got to get help. And I'm not going to neglect that area of myself anymore. Mentally. So, thank you. Thank you to those that responded. It's probably one of the hardest things I've done, like publicly just airing it out there. And here I run a, worldwide product line and just airing it out. And it's like, yeah, I'm human. And just because I have a lot of success in one area of my life, it doesn't mean I'm nailing it in every area of my life. Doesn't mean, I'm the best husband or the best dad that I could be, and I'm raising my hand and saying, yeah, I need help in this area, and I'm going to go get help. And I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to keep myself on that playing field of life. And I'm going to come out the other side of this a better man. I love you guys.